As they say around here, keep Austin weird. They're going to keep it electric today inside Darrell K. Royal Texas Memorial Stadium, home to the Longhorns. Coaches like to say no game is more important than any other. But when you have a couple of top 10 teams ready to square off, yeah, that one carries a little more weight. As we'll see the number 9 team in the country, the LSU Tigers, taking on the 6th-ranked team in the land, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Longhorns will put total leather and will get started. Here's the return from inside his 10. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. You think the fans are ready for this one? The booth's shaking underneath us, guys. Looking to go up top on first down. Snagged in the middle, it's Lacey. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. And LSU starting to get that passing attack cranked up.
And this is a unit that typically LSU is as good as they are at quarterback. We know they're going to be physical. We know they got athletes all over the field. But when they get really good quarterback play, those teams are really special.
Looking for a man, it's Nussmeier. Got it set up on the outside. Not able to break the big one on that screen to the running back, but he found enough and a solid pickup on first down.
One of the things I love about this offense is they're very versatile in their passing attack. They throw to receivers and tight ends, and the screen game is big as well. This guy is a weapon, and you're seeing that here early.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. On second down, just keeps firing. The sure hands, it's Daniels. Still running at the 40. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. 2nd and 10 here. He's looking to throw. Working the middle, it's complete. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
That looks like a really easy thing to do. Oh, the ball's just on the ground. Jump on it. That's an odd-shaped ball that bounces all kind of crazy ways. Great job by the defense covering that thing up.
The offense lining up for a first down play. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Quick strike complete. And that will go backwards. A negative play, and that defense on high alert that time. They'll line up for a second down play. Makes the catch. It's Golden. Still on his feet at the 45. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. He'll get rid of it. He's open on the right. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. The Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. Makes the grab on the shuffle. Off the deflection, missed a great chance to force the turnover. Instead, it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wide receiver shows motion. They want to just keep throwing it. Get it out on the screen. Oh, spins away. Touchdown, Texas! Hauled it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. To the air, it's Ewert. It's a fake, and the kicker's going to throw it. He makes the catch in the end zone, and that trickery works to perfection for the two. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. And the returner will be knocked down. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. That fumble in plus territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating when you got the offense moving a...
Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Just a really nice play. Not a lot on the return, but that's all right when you hand it to your offense at the 42.
Man, that is how you get it done as a defense when you're playing cover one. Like, you got the middle of the field safety, but everybody else is manning up. Nice job running with this guy, seeing the football, breaking on it, making the interception, making the big play for this defense.
They're going to open this drive with a pass. That one never had a chance. Incomplete. Couldn't connect on that last play. Now 2nd and 10 from the 42. Motion from the offense. They'll give it to the back. Pick up a 5. It'll be 3rd down and 5.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Looking to throw, it's Ewers. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
The Longhorns will try to move the sticks on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes the grab well past the sticks. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. And the Longhorns in the hurry up. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And that's a very productive 1st down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Wide out in motion. Caught in the backfield, it's held. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. Will they keep it on the ground again here on 3rd down? They move the tight end all over. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Tackled, but he has a 1st down.
You know, you start day one of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a 1st down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. They're not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need them.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Fast motion from the offense. They'll throw it on 1st down. Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, Longhorns!
This offense right now, they're doing some damage through the air. That's now their 2nd passing touchdown. They thought coming into this game they were going to have some matchups on the perimeter of the field that they could take advantage of, and they've done that so far here today.
And with the extra point, they move on top by 15. So they covered 42 yards on the drive. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
They make the stop, but a good pickup there on first down.
He didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
Pulls it and fires to the left. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. The Tigers will snap it on first and 10. Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. Buys a little extra time. On the run, fires downfield. Lost, the defense is wide open. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
It's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
After that huge play, right back at him on first and 10 from inside the 15.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
It's complete to the left. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. They want to throw it. He looks that one in nicely. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
To throw, it's Nussmeier. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone.
The two-point attempt is no good. That keeps the score. Texas 15, LSU 6.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
This one away.
He'll take the return, try to get better field position. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here comes the Texas offense. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive did.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they want, and now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
They really got things moving on this drive. Second play of the drive comes from the 37. Out of the gun, the inside give.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Using his legs. It's Blue. And he won't quite get there. But, boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
And the Longhorns are on the move. The running back has it. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Texas. Effective offense, leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, want to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished things off with a scoring toss from the 33. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They've clearly found that, dude. They score here, we're in for a ball game.
He lets one fly deep. Snags it inside the 20. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. He's going to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Durham. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
His defense fully aware that he can run. They stop him after a short gain.
There's nothing more annoying defensively than this. You got a guy bottled up, great coverage, boom. He escapes out of it, pulls a rabbit out of a hat. Next thing you know, he scrambles, gets a first down. Now I got a new set of problems I got to deal with.
Looking for a man. It's Nussmeier. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, LSU! It's a much-needed life from this offense as they try to cut away at this lead.
No doubt. Needed something to go right. If you're down, you got to make plays. You got to get your team back in it. Great start. Keep chipping away.
They want to see if they can score the deuce. Wide receiver coming across in motion. The snap sets up the throw. It's caught. The two-pointer is good, and now we have a one-possession game. A very efficient five-play scoring drive. And they close that drive going to the air for the final few inches. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Texas.
He'll bring it out. It's Bolden. Not nearly as much as he had hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats, but when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. The sure hands, it's Moore. Oh, he's so hard to get on the ground. He's got room. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
The Longhorns will have it first and 10. Back to pass, it's Ewers. He rifles one deep down the right side. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. That big play has this defense reeling, and now they'll snap it first and 10 from the 14. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Oh, what a move! Touchdown, Longhorns! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. This dude is lighting it up for the Horns, and some old-school Horn fans starting to think about that 500-yard 4-touchdown day Vince Young had against Oklahoma State.
Bringing back great memories, and there's been some good runs at quarterback. You think about Colt McCoy, too, man. He put up some serious numbers, some serious wins. Can this be the next guy to catapult this offense, to bring Texas back to prominence?
And that is not what they were after. Kickoff sails out of bounds, an excellent field position for this offense. The offense set for a first down play. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Going downfield for the big play. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Man, the defense is making it tough on this quarterback early. They already have an interception. They almost came away with another one there. They're doing a great job reading his eyes and breaking on the ball.
And back to the air on second down. He's not afraid to go deep. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
Third and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on fourth down. Unloads to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Anderson. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down. And more times than not, he is going to deliver.
And he's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game. So you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him. He'll make those contested catches.
A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Throws to the wideout. Fires the pass. Intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David, it's sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second half.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Golden. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
To the air, it's Ewers. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. On third and short, they'll try to throw for it. Gets it out fast. Got room at the 35. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. So it's first down, but with just a few seconds, they'll try to put up a 3 before halftime. And they'll kick it from the left side, a 44-yard try. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And they'll trot off to the locker room after the field goal to close the half.
LSU 14.
That deficit's still pretty big, and they'll try to get it right back and cut into it with an onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
Well, they're trying to pounce on their opponent with the lead in the second half, trying to steal a possession, but give the return team credit. They may not have been set up perfectly for that onside kick, but they're Johnny on the spot, and now their offense is licking their chops, hoping to go down and score.
So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. Lets it fly. Makes the catch along the left sideline, and that is a big pickup.
And a big reason why this team has the lead in this game is because of plays like that. They know they've got firepower throwing the ball. They've got the dudes outside that can make things happen. You saw it in the first half, and you see it here again early in the...
Touchdown, Texas! And the pummeling has started. Offense gets the job done again. We want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side.
Oh, now the kicker's going to throw it. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Texas 38, LSU. Texas.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21.
First and 10.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions, but I think I stay aggressive with...
Got a lot of running room. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving, and he just works to get himself open to give his guy a place to throw the football. They're able to connect, and they keep the drive going.
Buys a little time. He'll try to do it himself. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
These kind of QBs put a lot of pressure on defense. You think about it. It's so easy to roll him out to the left, a little bootleg action. Does he run it? Does he throw it? I got to cover the pass. I can't just give up the deep ball. And then he chews up a bunch of yards really quickly. So hard on defenses.
LSU with the 1st and 10 here.
And that's a first down.
Wants to throw. It's Nussmeier. He's got it. And he was thinking 6, but that D knocks him down at the 2.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Wants to go up top. And they're not on the same page there.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? He's looking to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Durham. And he will score! Touchdown, Tigers! He has been surgical. Precision passes. Using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for it. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
He's got it in the end zone for the 2 as they trim more off of that lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Texas.
On the move from inside his 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. 2 running backs alongside the quarterback. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be 2nd down.
Man, you know, you always look back in games at single plays that turn the tide. And with this defense now trailing by 2 possessions, if they could have just caught the ball and gotten that pick, that potentially changes everything in this game. That was a missed opportunity.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
They're just trying to sneak the back out to the right side there, but great job tackling on defense against a guy who's hard to bring down once he has the ball in his hand.
The back goes in motion. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And that pass is intercepted. Looking for more room. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
What a game-changing play by this defense. Nice job. You got them backed up in their own territory coming out. Now you force the turnover, set your offense up with some great scoring field position.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure that... And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And that is a huge play for the defense. Offense has it in your red zone. You're trying to knock them out of field goal range. The only way you do that is by creating negative plays, and they get the sack.
First down sack pushes it back. Now it's second down. To the air, it's Nussmeier. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
And so many things have to come together perfectly for a screen to work for big yardage. And they were close. You could tell that almost busted, but they just got wrapped up, got a little bit of yardage, but they really wanted that one to be a big gainer.
On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
How about this? A two-point conversion coming. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Working that left side now. Into the end zone for the two-point conversion. They're down just 8. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish it up with a 15-yard scoring toss. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Trying to make magic with his feet. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down.
Well, two things I love by the quarterback on that play. One, his ability to flush outside the pocket and make a quick decision. No one's open and I'm taking off and running. And two, get out of bounds. No need to take a big hit. Just save yourself, save the body. Fresh set of downs coming. Well done.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. When those guys, those running backs come in, they just need a mitt. They put one mitt on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. The Longhorns are in the hurry-up.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get two bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest, pound that rock.
To the air, it's Ewers. Pressure coming. And they got him for the sack.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Gets rid of it. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Well, in the first half, this offense was up and down the field. It seemed like everything they were dialing up was working. And here we are in the third quarter, and there's a very rare incompletion on their own end of the field. Maybe that's the play the defense needs now to spark some momentum.
Fires left. And the incomplete pass lets this defense get the ball back for its own. Great field position.
Man, sometimes the best defense is getting a little bit lucky. He was open. He had a chance to make a play. He just drops it through his hand. It was pretty good defense, but you take those breaks when you can get them.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense,
just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. And the offense sprung a big-time leak, and the quarterback went down.
and when you're throwing the football, you're trying to stop the best athletes in the world from getting to your quarterback. They're going to get there, they're pinning their ears back, get to the QB, get the sack.
On second down, he'll let it fly. Dances away from the heat. He'll throw one to his right. And he's got it at the 20. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down. That was a really nice catch and an even better run after the grab.
And get that ball to your playmaker. What's good about having him in the slot is he can go either direction. You can get him matched up on somebody that's not as fast. And you watch, he can run away from those linebackers or safeties.
Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. A first down run on the doorstep. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown LSU!
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
After the score, they need this two-point conversion to tie. Early movement on the offense, and they'll push it back 5 yards. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Now they'll try to tie it up with the too late. Looking to pass. It's Nussmeier. They're bringing heat. And that pass picked off.
The two-point attempt is no good. That keeps the score. Texas, 38, LSU.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Set to kick this one. Texas.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on 4th downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Really nice job by the defense getting that last stop. All third downs in games are important, but this one just feels like it's the biggest down of this game right now for this defense. If they can get off the field, they've got to give it back to their offense with as much time as possible to have a chance to win this game.
And they gave him no chance to get loose, and they force a 4th down.
Hey, really nice job on defense, too. Understanding the situation. It's third down. We're fine giving up completions right there. We're not giving up the first down. We're keeping the football and the ball carrier in front of us, and we're tackling the catch. Awesome job, and now you've set up fourth down.
And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down. The Longhorns want to crank the tempo.
Hey, man, 4th and 1, any part of the field is risky to go for, especially when you're in your own end of the field, but they did. It was a good play call. I like them being aggressive, especially after getting that first down.
Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on 2nd down. Wide receiver shows motion. Give to the running back. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, it's so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Off the play fake on first down. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield.
And nice answer by this defense. You give up a big play, you go take a big play. Sometimes you get down on yourselves and one play turns to 2. Nice job by this defense getting a sack, creating some momentum.
This drive was rolling, and then it got thrown into reverse. Here's a 2nd and 18. Oh, goes right through his hands, and he will think about that one for a while. It'll be 3rd down.
And these slant routes you throw quick. It's a timing route. You throw 3 million of them to the wide receiver, and most of the time gets his hands up and he catches it, keeps his body in the way. But right there, just lack of focus, lack of concentration, just drops the easy play. He's probably caught.
And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. Didn't let him get loose on the return, but he'll take it as they have the ball at the 47.
Dude, talk about having to have it. We needed to force the turnover. We had to get the football back. They're in such a good position to run out the clock, try to win. No, sir. Our ball, first down.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play. The linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking to throw, it's Nussmeier. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Working on the right. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense.
Blast his way ahead, but not much room. A pickup of 1 to the 24.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to.
And that is interception number 3 on the day. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
You know, I like the decision by the quarterback in terms of where he was going with the ball. Just don't like the accuracy. That was not good location on the throw. Got away from him a little bit. The defense able to come up with a big pick.
Here comes the Texas offense. The handoff, keep working on that clock. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. We've reached the 2-minute warning in this offense, trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Movement here from the tight end. Might as well give it to him again. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. They get him on the ground, but it's a 1st down.
When the offense can run the football and you can feature a guy like this that will get more yards than his block, that you can really depend on, hangs on to the football, like it makes offense super easy, especially down the stretch when you want to eat that clock and you want to possess the football. Just nice to have that kind of guy. From the gun, give on the inside. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few 1st downs, and get a W. Let's see if the defense comes after them. 3rd and short from the 45. Scanning the field, it's Ewers. Bought a little time, lets it go. It's complete to the right. He's loose. Touchdown, Longhorns! And they take it in for 6 more points. That is exactly what you want your offense to do. You want it to eat clock, but if you score, go up by 2 possessions, nail, beat, coffin. Oh, they want the 2, and the holder tries to throw for it. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. He took that baby all the way to the house. A pick 2, as it were.
Great job on special teams, getting penetration, getting the block. You've got the convoy. It's a scoop score, 2 points the other way.
They'll need to be very sound here. Limit this return and put this game in the hands of their defense to salt it away. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. And they're going to have to fight this defense, and they're also up against it with time, Jesse.
Yeah, no doubt, Reese. And this quarterback now, he's going to have to show off his poise, David. They practice these late-game situations, but how's this guy going to respond?
And I got a little bit of time to work with here, so I watch the defense, and if they're going to drop back and play real conservative like they tend to do late in the game, let's get a few shots over the middle first before we have to take that deep shot.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Steps away to find some room. Got rid of it just in time. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
This defense right now is not only fighting an offense with a lot of confidence, but they're fighting against momentum too. Remember, they had a big lead earlier in this game. Now it's been reduced to just 1 possession, so they've got to make...
Deep shot for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. To the end zone, and it's picked off. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Big-time players make big-time plays in big-time games. Great job by the defense, not closing the door completely, but stopping the momentum late in the game when you already got a lead. Nice job, D.
Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. On 1st down, here comes this offense. Quarterback checking the play. He'll come out throwing on first down. Now adjusting. Got it behind the line. It's blue. It came down to the final quarter. Clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get a close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this circumstance. As a coaching staff, David, you love this. You know that you have confidence in your guys to go out and be able to execute when it matters the most.
Correct, and you don't know until the games, right? You don't know when those moments present themselves. How are they going to handle it? Great job handling a close game, executing down the stretch like they needed to.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.